Alliance's annual drag show returned to Valparaiso University for the 4th year in a row. We have a look at the event coming up.
And spring has sprung, but allergy season isn't in full swing yet. Here are the reasons why next.
Rain showers are moving into our area. I'll time those out exactly for you when we come up.
We have that and more. This edition of The Shield starts right now.
Live from the VUTV studio in Schnabel Hall on the campus of Valparaiso University. This is The Shield on VUTV.
Thank you for joining us on The Shield. I'm Jessica Burns.
And I'm Blake Harms.
On Thursday, April 19th, the Office of Sustainability put on an Earth Day celebration in the Union Ballroom, which included organizations, departments, and vendors promoting an environmentally friendly campus. We went out to the event and spoke with Julie Whitaker and attendees to learn more about the event.
The purpose of the event is to grow awareness and a culture of sustainability. We really wanted to bring community members, departments, and clubs together. Earth Day Means for our organization is about bringing education, awareness, and a creative outlook for sustainability.
Honestly, I wanted to see the screech owl. I heard there's a screech owl here, so I wanted to check that out. It's really cool. They've got a lot of cool tables set up here, a lot of different stuff to look at.
What inspired the Office of Sustainability to create this event was to really grow awareness about sustainability. We're really trying to motivate and get people encouraged about sustainability and try to figure out what it means to be sustainable at Valpo.
Valpo has officially announced the lineup for its first ever Valpo Vibes Music Festival. Headlining this year's festival is All Time Low, with performances from Quinn XCII and special guest Chelsea Cutler. The event is on May 4th at 7 p.m. on the West Lawn. Everyone is welcome to attend.
2 weeks ago, we told you about how the Valparaiso University robotic football team was preparing for their upcoming competition. Well, we have an update to that story. Valparaiso University robotic football team claimed the first place title this weekend at Ohio Northern University. After Notre Dame steamrolled Ohio Northern 15-12 and Valpo toppled Purdue Polytech 54-33, the two met in the championship. The first meeting between these teams since the Fighting Irish squeaked out a 6-0 victory back in October. After Notre Dame scored and recovered an onside kick, they had a change to take the lead down 3 on the goal line with 10 seconds remaining. A crucial fumble sealed the game and the championship for the Crusaders with a final score of 37-34. This is Valpo's first robotic football championship since 2016 after losing to Notre Dame in the final last year.
The 4th annual VU Drag Show, hosted by Alliance, was this weekend. VUTV had the privilege to attend the event and learn more about how it supports members of the LGBTQ+ community at Valpo.
How you guys doing? My name is Veronica Pop. Hi everyone. I'm all the way from Chicago.
I think it's just one of the more out there events Alliance has to host, and especially it being the values that VU has very heavily rooted in Lutheran tradition. It's a performance art, and a lot of people think it's like you dress as the opposite gender. That's not necessarily the case, and anybody can do drag and anyone can be a part of it, and you don't have to just go straight to gender. You can just form a character around it and then perform.
The Alliance Executive Board is doing a group dance to Everybody by the Backstreet Boys. Last year, we were in 2 different boy bands doing NSYNC and Backstreet kind of like back and forth, and it was a battle of the boy bands, and now we've combined this year for one big boy band, and we're gonna dance around and make fools of ourselves, but we're gonna look amazing while doing it.
The purpose of the drag show is to show less of our history and less of the advocacy, even though that's important in everything we do, and it is a very important part of drag, to kind of celebrate LGBTQ+ culture and the things that we're capable of. There's more to it than just the stereotypes that you can enjoy these things without being part of this community. And I think it unifies our campus and just makes us like stronger allies to each other, because we see each other in an environment that's very supportive and very excited to see us. It's definitely not going to be anything that you think it's going to be.
Running to the store for allergy medicine? Well, you probably aren't just yet. Although it's April, allergies haven't hit full swing. Now, why is that? Meteorologist Sabrina Bates has the story.
Allergy season is upon us. But wait, is it? Early spring saw record flooding, heavy snow, and bitter cold. Even though Northwest Indiana feels more like February than April, are seasonal allergies still around? A local landscaper at Reed's Nursery has been handling plants in adverse conditions for over 15 years.
The grass is starting to go, but that's because we had that spell about 2 weeks ago where we had that 3 or 4 days of 60, 70 degree weather. So the grass said, oh, I'm ready to go, and it's trying to hang in there. The trees are not like that yet.
Trees, weeds, and grasses are the biggest causes of seasonal allergies.
Tree pollen is the easiest spread. All you need is a tree like this one that already has the buds on it, a little bit of wind to cause the pollen to fly through the air, and all of a sudden, your allergies have become worse.
Temperatures above 40 degrees are key for the plants to flourish and produce pollen. Take a look at this current U.S. map on the pollen count. Green is low and red is high. Allergies are more likely to be noticeable where the weather is hot, dry, and windy. It also depends on the species of the tree. Alder, cottonwood, and willow, to name a few, will produce more sneezing and watery eyes. Wondering about grass?
You'll be fine as long as you don't brush up against them. But the grasses do have a type of chemical on their leaf that if you brush up against them, it will irritate your skin.
Want to know when you should prepare for allergy season in your area? Head to pollen.com to get the latest pollen forecast. Reporting for VUTV, I'm Sabrina Bates.
I've definitely been taking my allergy medicine with all the warm weather we've been having the past few days. We have Storm Shield meteorologist Joie Bettenhausen in the studio today. So Joy, it was nice yesterday and today. How much longer are we going to be seeing this warm weather?
Well, thank you, Jessica. Now, we do have some showers in the forecast. You can see this low pressure system right here. That is what is going to give us these showers that are going to start right now and last throughout the evening into tomorrow. Now, taking a closer look here, like I said, we are starting to see these showers move into our area. They will be spotty at times, ranging from a few light showers to a few heavy rains at possible, but they won't last for very long. Now, we could see showers again tomorrow, but I will have that timing coming up shortly. Quickly looking at our region here, we're at 62 in Chicago, 67 in Peoria, 65 in Kankakee, and also 62 in Valparaiso as well. And while we see that low pressure system make its way towards us, we will start to see our temperatures drop. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Joy. North Korea could be putting an end to its nuclear program. We have the details next.
And a Tennessee community is in mourning after a shooting at a Waffle House. We have updates on this developing story.
In a world where entertainment is at risk, one man is given a mission, but he is about to face his biggest challenge yet. He will race against the clock and open doors to new possibilities that will save weekends as we know it.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for free movies.
Oh, I'll help you with that.
Just go to movies.valpo.edu. They have all the best movies, including The Hobbit and 22 Jump Street.
Whoa, it's that easy?
It's that easy.
Grab some popcorn, grab some buddies, and watch movies.valpo.edu's great selection.
The Wall Street Journal reports President Donald Trump will ask North Korea's Kim Jong-un to dismantle the country's nuclear program before moving forward on sanction relief talks. A North Korea source tells CNN Kim has committed to denuclearization and will focus on economic growth instead. The source added that Kim realized the best way to move forward is to normalize the relations with other countries. There has been criticism that Pyongyang is getting more out of talks than Washington. Trump responded to that suggestion in a tweet Sunday morning, declaring that the U.S. has not, quote, given up anything, end quote. South Korea has said Pyongyang is willing to discuss denuclearization at the U.S.-North Korea summit. And on Friday, North Korea said it is willing to stop nuclear, intermediate, and long-term ballistic rocket tests and would close a nuclear test site, but officials haven't confirmed a concrete commitment to nixing the country's nuclear weapons program.
Early Sunday morning, shots were fired at a Waffle House in Nashville, Tennessee, killing 4 and injuring 2. 29-year-old Travis Reinking started his attack in the parking lot before moving into the building. One customer, James Shaw Jr., suffered some injuries after wrestling an AR-15 away from the gunman, who later fled into the woods on foot. Mayor David Riley spoke to the community in mourning.
Tragedies like today shouldn't happen. It's been only 7 months since we had another mass shooting here in Nashville, and that is far too frequent. We need comprehensive gun reform to address mass shootings, domestic shootings, accidental shootings, and homicides. If we can all just come together for this and for the greater good, we can take these weapons of war off the streets of our country.
Earlier today, Reinking was arrested in the woods. At the time of his arrest, he was carrying a backpack with a handgun and ammunition.
A final farewell to former First Lady Barbara Bush was attended by some of the most prominent names in American politics. Karen Kafa has more on the services and tributes.
After days of commemorations and celebrations of the life of Barbara Bush, family and friends of the former First Lady give a final farewell. An invitation-only service and a simple one at her request. In addition to her husband, former President George H.W. Bush, and son, former President George W. Bush, Barack Obama and Bill Clinton also attending with their wives. A powerful reminder of the unique bonds that form between those who have lived and worked in the White House and how that can supersede politics. First Lady Melania Trump also a guest. The president not wanting to add to already tight security, not in attendance, but offered this tribute on Wednesday.
A wonderful, wonderful person. For decades, Barbara was a titan in American life. Her presence and character were engraved into America's identity.
On Friday, from noon and late into the evening, the public filed through St. Martin's Episcopal Church to pay their respects to Mrs. Bush. It was just one opportunity for the public to say goodbye, even those who never met her, touched by her commitment to her family, to her faith, and to literacy.
And I'm going to miss her just like I miss my mother, although I didn't know her personally, but it was just the good spirit that she projected that I think everyone is going to miss.
She sure will be missed. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has expanded its warning about an E. coli outbreak connected to romaine lettuce. It now covers all forms of romaine, including whole heads and hearts of romaine grown in the Yuma, Arizona area. The previous warning was limited to chopped forms, including salads and salad mixes. The CDC based the new warning on 8 new cases of acute gastroenteritis at a correctional facility in Nome, Alaska. The cases appear to be connected to the current outbreak affecting 53 people in 16 states. The CDC says consumers should throw out any romaine lettuce in their homes, even if partially eaten, if they are uncertain about where it was grown. It also says people should avoid eating romaine at restaurants unless the establishment can confirm the lettuce is not from Yuma. There is no common grower, supplier, distributor, or brand from Yuma.
A trip to the dentist is not always the most fun thing, and many people, especially children, are afraid of the dentist. But one dentist and his dog in Kentucky is trying to make children less afraid of a trip to the dentist office. Kelly Dean introduced us to Bennett.
Good boy. Heel. Heel. Good
Bennett,
boy.
a canine who's all about the canines.
Hello, boys and girls. How you doing today?
Good. Sit. Let's sit. Good. Stay.
My name is Dr. Riley, and I'm a dentist. Does anybody know what a dentist does?
Cleans your teeth.
That's exactly right.
At just 3 years old, Bennett not only holds a job at a dentist office, but now signing in as a visitor at schools across the Bluegrass.
A lot of people are afraid of going to the dentist, right? And Bennett is a therapy dog, and I actually bring Bennett to the office sometimes.
The idea is simple.
All right, and what song do we sing on our birthday? The happy birthday song, right? And that's exactly how long you can remember how to brush your teeth.
The demonstration made easy by the willing pup.
Bennett.
And resonating with these kids.
You get a little bit of toothpaste, and then you sing the happy birthday song twice. He's a good example.
I've never seen somebody brush a dog's teeth.
A program that started about 8 months ago, but a dog who's been special from the very beginning.
Noticed that he had a way with patients, and that patients really enjoyed him, and that not only did he behave, but he was able to get patients to be relaxed.
Bennett, brightening the smiles of kids all throughout South Central Kentucky.
That's what makes my job fun, is getting to see their faces light up, them be happy, them be excited about something that is important to them, and we know that it's going to be for a long time all throughout their lives.
Coming up after the break, Joy Bettenhausen has your full forecast.
Plus, we have a breakdown of this past week's Crusader sports. Stick with us.
Well, I think that's all we need. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll be in touch.
Okay, this is it. Just shake his hand and walk out with your head held high. Don't mess this up. Thank you. Nailed it. Don't let a bad handshake get in the way of getting the job you want. Find out more at the Career Center.
What is passion? At Valpo, it's something that pours out of us uncontrollably. It's a late night shot of caffeine, cramming for finals, a jam session with friends. It sees deep into space, turns big stuff into small potatoes, floats boats and floods the senses. Passion is alive, it has a heartbeat, and it lives in you. How do we know? Because at Valpo, passion is who we are.
Well, it sure has been a beautiful day outside. We saw those warm temperatures. We even had a high temperature near 72 today and those beautiful sunny skies, but we've seen those clouds roll in, and currently it is raining outside. We're at 62 degrees with a southeast wind at 8 miles per hour. So looking across the board here, we're at 65 in Kankakee, 62 in Chicago, 67 in Peoria, and 72 in Moline. But we're only around the mid-50s here in Lafayette and Indianapolis, and I know some people have mentioned, well, why do we have lower temperatures to the south when usually they're higher? Well, that's due to a low pressure system that is actually causing us this rain right now. So we're not far off from average. Like I said, we did have that high of 72 today, but we're usually averages about the mid-60s. Now, we weren't far off from that 78 that was recorded in 2008, but thankfully nowhere near that low of 29 degrees. So like I said, here's that low pressure system. You can already start to see move its way towards our area. Now, it will continue to move to the northeast eventually, but that will cause us some rain. So let me time that out for you. So it is raining right now, and then it will start to be more spotty as we move on throughout the rest of the evening. We could see another chance of showers towards midnight and lasting on through tomorrow morning. Like I said, it will be just spotty here and there. I don't expect any heavy rain to occur. Now by 9 a.m., those skies will be mostly cloudy, but we won't have any rain associated yet. Those showers do come back into play. Look at that, 6:45 p.m. You could expect those rain showers again. So I would take maybe a rain jacket with you or an umbrella umbrella because it will continue to rain throughout the rest of tomorrow. But by Wednesday, those skies will become clear and those rain chances will decrease. So tonight we'll have a low of 49 degrees. Again, we will have those rain showers with east winds from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow we will see a high of 59 degrees. Again, we will have those rain showers as well, but we could see those sunny skies peek in every now and again. Now let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. So we will see rain again tomorrow, but that will clear out for Wednesday. We'll have beautiful sunny skies Wednesday and Thursday with a high of 63. Then again, we do have another rain shower chance on Friday, but then the sun comes out for this upcoming weekend, and it could even possibly be 72 next Monday.
I like the look of that 7-day.
Yeah, and even though we're supposed to get some rain tonight, I'm sure many folks are happy it's not snow.
Oh yes, thankfully we're done with snow, at least for this week.
That's very good. I'm very happy to
Let's
hear
hope we're done for the spring as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Joy. After the break, we're going to have a full breakdown of this past week's Crusader sports.
Well, this week saw a mix of news from spring, winter, and fall sports, so there's a lot to cover. Let's dive right in. The season is starting to wind down for the Valpo softball team. The Crusaders have an 18-21 record with only 5 games left in the season, home games, that is. The past week, the team took on Loyola Chicago and the Evansville Aces in the 2 home series. They first took on Loyola on Wednesday in what was a very close match. In the end, Valpo came up just 1 run short of tying, going down 2-1 in the first game of the series. The team looked to rebound in the second game of the doubleheader. However, it was postponed due to weather. The team then took on Evansville in a 3-game set this past weekend at the Valpo softball complex. The first game of the series didn't go quite as planned as the Aces shut out Valpo with a score of 2-0, with the only scoring of the game taking place in the top of the first inning. Valpo turned its game around for the next contest, scoring 3 runs in the third. After another 2 runs from each team led to the final score of 6-2 in Valpo's favor. A close match on Sunday went right down to the wire. Evansville scored early in the 4th inning, going up 3-0. Valpo remained scoreless until the bottom of the 7th when Valpo managed to pound 2 home runs. However, a strikeout closed out the match and snuffed out Valpo's chances of taking home a win. Valpo will travel to Chicago to take on Loyola Chicago again this Tuesday before returning home next weekend to face Bradley. The men's baseball team has seen their fair share of struggles this weekend, but this past week saw some much-needed wins come their way. Coming off of their win against Big Ten team Michigan State, Valpo took on 25th-ranked Illinois on the road. Both teams started strong, bringing in 4 runs apiece in the first inning. Valpo scored 2 points in back-to-back innings, while Illinois was only able to put up 1, making the score 8-5. After Valpo scored 3 runs in the 7th, Illinois tried to recover but simply couldn't. The final score? Valpo 11, Illinois 7. What makes this win even better is that it fell on the day of the 55th anniversary of Valpo's last win over Illinois. After the win, the team trekked to Evansville, Indiana to take on the Aces. Valpo won the first game of the series with sophomore pitcher John Timon hurling a 112-mile-per-hour pitch complete game win. Valpo fell to the Aces in a tight-fought second game on Saturday, but rebounded on Sunday in the third game of the series. The Valpo pitching staff held Evansville to only 1 run, while Valpo scored 6. This win completed the series, which was the first in Missouri Valley Conference Series win for the Valpo baseball team. Stepping back from current sports, Valparaiso University officially welcomed Mary Evans as the new women's basketball coach this past Wednesday. Evans is the 8th head coach in program history and looks to bring her 15 years of Division I experience to the team in the fall. You can find a full video of the welcome reception on our website, valpovutv.org. The football team held their spring training game this past Saturday at Brown Field. There were several standout players during the game, including freshman Ryan Markoff, who was playing both quarterback and wide receiver, and Jimmy Seawald, who was returning from last season to continue as quarterback. Coach Tacchini stayed after the game to discuss how the team looked on the field.
Overall, it was a good day. I think the defense certainly stepped up. They earned a hard-fought victory, 2-1. They stepped up and made plays. They got some turnovers, some outstanding fourth down stops. They really were a physical presence, and they just brought an emotional intensity with them today, and certainly got the best of the offense.
The first game of the season is slated for September 8th against DeCunes. And finally, they have some warm weather to deal with these sports. It's been a long time, but hopefully they can finish off the season strong.
Thank you, Blake. Well, for Blake, Joy, and myself, we'll thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on The Shield.